I want to stick with you for a second because you're running an ad right now on TV that is, well, I'll just read you the salient lines on it. In your ad, you say Emilio Gonzalez was accused of fraud, protected the political insiders, and allowed city departments to be weaponized against local businesses, and was forced to resign in disgrace. Do you have proof that he committed fraud?
That was all investigated. He was being talked about. The fraud case was going forward, and he was exonerated at the end. But
so do you think it's fair? But do you think it's fair for? So you acknowledge, because I had to go and look it up, and the Ethics Commission did investigate those allegations about something Joe Carollo had alleged with regard to a deck in his backyard. The Ethics Commission in 2020 investigated and found no basis for it. So if that's the case, if you know that he was not found to have committed fraud, why use that in an ad against him?
Because the residents are frustrated with a city that is nothing but people yelling, suing each other, involved in lawsuits and disruption, so that nothing's getting done for them. When Mr. Gonzalez served as the city manager, all of the same shenanigans that are going on now were going on then. Unfortunately, he had to leave. It was another example of the city of Miami not being able to get
I want to bring, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to address that because I think there's a misunderstanding there of the role of the city manager. The city manager works for the elected officials, and nobody knows what transpired. Nobody knows how I worked with my staff.
Well, I want to get to that in a second, but on the allegation of fraud, the fact that these commercials are running now against you, what has been your response to that?
Listen, the commercials are running. I get the mailers. People call me. They laugh. They know. People know who I am. They know what I've done.
Why did you resign? Because in the ad it says you resigned in disgrace. Why did you resign?
I resigned because my wife was at the Mount Sinai Hospital intensive care unit going through some very, very serious medical issues. And I had to choose. I brought her home. In December, and I had to choose. She was in very delicate health, and I had to choose between going to city commission meetings and undertaking, being a ringmaster in that circus, because that's what it was. It was an absolute circus. I was playing defense the whole time, or I could stay home and take care of my wife, and I opted for that.
Joe Carollo led a